Welcome and thanks for joining us. I'm going to talk to you in the next few moments about how to make a daily income from scalping. Now, I'm not talking about 5 to 10 points here and there. I'm talking about 25 pips per session, straight out of the open of the Euro session and then the US session. So I'm talking about trading for small windows of the day where you've got the most volatility and you can achieve good daily income by just concentrating on those two open periods of the day. And normally we trade about 30 minutes, sometimes as long as 60 minutes, but the bulk of the early moves tend to happen at that open when you've got the most volume in the market. So it saves you being at your screens a long time. It reduces the risks of making a mistake and doing boredom trades and over trading. This is a very precise way of coming into the market, getting focused, getting your account open, grabbing your daily profit and then walking away. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So first, the boring bit. Disclaimer, trading carries risk. Never trade without using full trade management risk controls. You may lose money otherwise. Now, the reason why I pause over that and ponder it is because so many traders open their accounts, stick some money in it, get their charts out and just lose money. So unless you know exactly what you're doing, unless you come into the session with a plan and you know precisely what you're doing, which is what Scalper School is all about, you could lose money. So be warned and protect your account. So the reason why I scalp is because markets move sideways 80% of the time. It's a fact. I've not pulled that figure out of the air. It's a fact. If you pull up a chart, pull up the FTSE, the DAX, the Dow, the pound, the euro, you'll see lengthy periods where the market's just moving sideways. So that's why we scalp. We just look for the best volatility in the market and then walk away. The other thing to note is if you have a retail account like IG Index, and some of the other providers, they all make their own markets. In other words, they are not tracking. What you see in those charts is not exactly what the professionals see in the futures market. And that's one of the reasons why some people lose money, because you can't make good judgments on some of these retail accounts. So that's what in Scalper School we get over that problem. Retail brokers love to do stop hunts. So if you find yourself getting stopped out quite a lot, you need Scalper School. The other aspect of this is, I asked myself a long time ago, how we know algorithms dominate the markets. They've dominated them for quite some time now. So what are the algorithms using to get in and out of these markets? They're not random. They're highly sophisticated programs. I've got the answer. I've cracked it. So within Scalper School, we have an anchor chart system, which safeguards our trades and gives us higher probability entries and exits. All right. The problem with a lot of retail traders is they look at small time frames a lot of the day and they walk into traps and they don't know how the algorithms operate. So Scalper School is all about how these algorithms operate and how we can work with the algorithms, not against them. So why should I scalp? Well, like I said, trading at the open is where all the volume is. Doldrum trading, i.e. trading between, once the main open session's gone for the US and the UK, you can get trapped in a lot of low volume moves. We don't use 1 or 2 minute charts. I personally think they're a waste of time. If you're making money out of 1 or 2 minute charts, carry on, don't stop. As long as you're consistently making money. I personally don't think it's a good way of trading. And I think that's why some retail traders lose money. I think you'd be far more successful with a succinct, accurate, precise system that Scalper School is offering. So we've got less time without screens, less stress, less room for mistakes. It's simple rules. That's key. We go into the markets every day. We do the same thing every day, walk away, capture the move, and then that's a much happier way of trading. So I'm just making the point here. Scalping is grab and go. You wake up every day, we open the charts up for the Euro session, take out 25 pips and then walk away. So how can you scalp using this system? Well, what I'm going to show you is just the main core of Scalper School, and what I'm not going to show you, because it's not fair to members, is I'm not going to show you what the main anchor mechanisms are and how we set our charts up and how we prepare before we go into these markets. But I am going to show you the main core aspect of scalping. And yeah, so let's just move on and we can have a look at that. So here we are, DAX. We are trading the open range. So this is a 5-minute chart of the DAX. So these lines here are ranging the high and the low at the first 5-minute bar. We made our 40 pip. You can see here on the right, this is a screenshot of the chat room that I run alongside the trading room, the live trading room. So I took 40 pips here. I posted this at 8:32 a.m. in the morning. So we traded until about 20 past 8 from 8 o'clock. Closed it up, and now here I'm preparing for the US session and walking away and getting on with some work. Okay, it did move quite a lot. It moved from 180 to 280, so there was 100 pips in this particular move. But I scalped oil as well, made a good money before 9:30, but happy with that. And that's what I do. If the market carries on moving, that's fine by me. I'm not in the market for the big moves in this instance. Not in this account, not in this way of trading, this method, and in my trading room. I'm looking for scalping. I'm looking for minimum 25 pips. Here is a session. I think this is the Dow on the same day that I produced these slides. So you can see Dow chops around, and we do get this situation where it could break one way, break the other way, chop around the range. But it did break to the downside for 50 pips in the space of about 45 minutes. I called it. So 4 minutes past 2, 26 minutes before the Dow opened, I suggested you would want to look for these lows here. So I was predicting the drop and then suggesting it might hold and turn around. Okay, so that's proof that you not only get, if you come into Scalper School, you can come into the trading room after you've done the program. It's a 4-hour program. Next one's on February the 16th. They run, I think it's every second Saturday, every third Saturday in the month. But the dates are all on the website, tradetheeasyway.com. So once you've done the 4-hour program, then you can come into the trading room because you know exactly what we're looking for. So all the members can concentrate on the same setups every day and grab our money and run. Okay, so we're looking to grab and go. We don't want to stress about trades. We don't want to sit there and fret about the market's pulling back on us. We just want to grab our money and then walk away. Another example, this is the DAX. You can see the range I've set there. It drops for at least 50, 70 pips, pulls back, drops again, and then much later in the day it runs and pulls back. Another one there, it pulls up to the upside. There's a big green bar to start the markets. Then you get a sell signal 10 minutes into the market, and then you get, I think there's well over 100 pips available there, but so 25 pips was attainable quite easily. And in this case, we popped up above the range, dropped through the range. So 25 pips either side of that. And ultimately, if you were trading this throughout later in the day, you wanted a bigger move. We'll teach you in Scalper School how to achieve a bigger move. We're interested in bigger moves as well. It's just that we want to bank 25 pips and walk away. And of course, my swing trading account, I am looking for the bigger moves. And we'll talk about that as well. All right, more examples. So that was 300 pips. Best markets for this, I think DAX and Dow are the best markets. I have used this in the pound euro. It does work well, but these markets tend to be less volatile. Oil is good for this, but you need to be very careful about timing. And gold, I personally think the volume in gold is way too low for this, and I trade gold off 15-minute charts. Okay, so the proof, part one. This was an independent report taken using data between July 16 and April 17, so it's a little bit out of date. I will bring this up to date soon. And when this report was produced, 74% were winners, 18% were losers. So we do get losers, we do get stopped out, but thankfully it's minimal. And 8% were no trades. 53% of the moves that went on to give at least minimum 20 pips went on to produce 40 pips or more. Second, now here's my account. Very recent. What I've done is I've taken the end of every day. I take screenshots of my account, and then I drop them in the trading room. So that day I made 408. That's 808, 752, 141, and 161. I lost money on oil. I made money on the Dow. These are contracts. These are CPOP contracts. The US exchange. These are NYMEX oil trades. Okay, so that's the two elements of proof there, which I'm sure you want evidence of. And so just think of it, if you are trading small size, you've got a small account, you trade £2 a pip, 25 pips a day. If you just do 5 days a week, that's £1,000 a month. If you went into the US room as well, you could double it. So, but if you're too busy for the US room, just stick to the Euro session and then walk away. Let's just flick through. This is just some examples of, so I'm just trying to keep this video short. The chat room runs. These are examples of moves that I'm looking for, and that's what I put in the room. This particular member made 200 pips today on that day. Very happy. It's 3:15 in the afternoon. So by 3:15 in the afternoon, they made a couple hundred pips. And they were obviously very overjoyed with that. All on the back of the Scalp School room. More examples. This particular member is saying he's got 76.9% winners, 265 pips. Not sure over what period. They might. Yeah, that's a day. I think he's done that in a day, I think. Anyway. Okay, so let me just quickly run through. There's a little bit about me, trading a long time, keynote speakers across Europe and Asia, etc. So here's the main. If you want to join Scalper School, you get 70 hours of my time minimum. It's normally a lot more than that. It's a 4-hour program. You get access to, then you get access to the trading room and the live chat room. Get at least 3 videos a week, and then you get education and scanning on the Monday. That is $375 plus the cost of the 2 months in the room. And then if you want to continue after that, it's £95 a month after that for all that support. There's a lot of support. Sorry about that noise. Okay, so if you go to tradetheeasyway.com, go to the start menu and Scalper School, or just contact me direct. Just if you want information, just contact me direct. Okay, hope that helps, and look forward to seeing you in the room. Bye for now.